When Ethan Parker walked into Sterling Enterprises for a simple janitor's interview, the last thing he unexpected was to find a woman unconscious on the floor of her own office. He didn't know her name. He didn't know she was the billionaire CEO everyone feared. All he knew was that she wasn't breathing right. And when she finally opened her eyes, nothing about his life, or hers, would ever be the same again. The rain poured relentlessly as Ethan Parker hurried through the glass doors of Sterling Enterprises. His shirt clung to him, drenched from the storm, and his shoes squeaked against the marble floor. He glanced nervously at his watch. 9 a.m. sharp. He was here for a janitor's interview, the kind of job that might finally bring stability to his life after years of struggling to raise his daughter alone. Second floor, room 203, the receptionist said kindly when he asked for directions. Ethan nodded his thanks, brushing a strand of wet hair from his forehead. He carried with him an old folder, resume, recommendation letter, and a drawing his 6-year-old daughter Lily had slipped inside. For Daddy's new job, she'd written in crayon. He took the elevator, but as the doors opened on the executive floor, he stepped into an eerie silence. The lights were on, yet the entire corridor was empty. He frowned. Something felt off. Then, from an office at the end of the hall, he heard a faint sound, like a soft thud. "Hello," he called, walking toward it. No answer. He pushed the half-open door gently, and what he saw made his heart race. A woman lay unconscious on the floor beside a sleek mahogany desk. Papers were scattered, her laptop screen still glowing. Ethan rushed to her side. She was young, maybe early 30s, dressed in an elegant navy suit. Her skin was pale, her breathing shallow. Hey, ma'am. Can you hear me?" he asked, tapping her shoulder lightly. No response. He quickly looked around and spotted a half-empty water bottle on her desk. Dehydration? Exhaustion? He loosened her collar slightly, lifted her head carefully onto his arm, and grabbed the bottle. Splashing some water on her face, he murmured, "Come on, stay with me." After a tense few seconds, she stirred. Her lashes fluttered, and she blinked up at him, dazed. What happened?" "You passed out," Ethan said gently. "Don't move too fast. You probably fainted from overwork or stress." She tried to sit up, and he supported her. Her eyes, sharp and gray, met his for a brief second, confusion flickering there. "Who are you?" "Just someone who found you," he replied. "I was here for a job interview." She looked around, realizing she was still in her office. "I must have worked through the night again." She gave a weak, embarrassed smile. "Thank you. You probably saved me from a nasty fall." Ethan shrugged modestly. Anyone would have done the same. Before she could reply, a middle-aged man in a suit burst into the room. "Mrs. Sterling!" "Oh, thank heavens you're awake." Ethan blinked. "Sterling?" The man turned to him. "Who are you? What happened here?" I found her unconscious," Ethan stammered. "Just helped her come around." Ms. Sterling held up a hand. "It's okay, Martin. He helped me." She looked at Ethan again, this time with more focus. "You said you came for an interview?" "Yes, ma'am. For the janitor position." Something softened in her gaze. "You're hired." Ethan frowned. "Ma'am, I didn't even—" She smiled faintly. "You've already done more for this company today than most people who walk through those doors." Later that evening, Ethan walked home holding Lily's small hand. She swung his arm playfully. "Daddy, did you get the job?" He chuckled. "I think I did, sweetheart. What's your boss like?" He thought of the woman's pale face as she woke, the tiredness behind her eyes, the strength she tried to hide. "She's different," he said finally. "Strong, but she needs someone to remind her to breathe sometimes." Over the next weeks, Ethan saw Ms. Sterling, Clara, as she insisted he call her, every morning when he came in early to clean. They started talking. She'd bring him coffee. He'd tell her stories about Lily. One evening, when everyone else had left, Clara admitted softly, I don't even remember the last time someone cared if I was okay." Ethan smiled, setting down his mop. "Then maybe it's time someone did." And in that moment, beneath the fluorescent glow of her office, something unspoken bloomed between a single dad who'd lost too much and a woman who'd forgotten how to rest. Two hearts saving each other in quiet, ordinary ways.